from where the news comes first. This is News Channel 2 Weekend Today.
This morning on Weekend Today, a fire that broke out in Marcy last night caused a roof to collapse. Also, the man accused of stabbing his brother to death in Yorkville earlier this week has waived his felony hearing. And the man accused of beating his girlfriend to death back in May has pled guilty to first-degree manslaughter. Welcome and good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, July 21st. Thank you for joining us on this very beautiful day. I'm Chelsea Moore. Gary is off today, but meteorologist Reed Kisselback joins us now.
Hey, good morning, Chelsea, and good morning to all of you. We are looking at another beautiful day for us here for Central New York, so if you have any plans to go outside, today is looking like the day to do that because we have rain in the forecast for the second half this weekend. But we're going to start things off. We'll look at the temperatures outside. You can see those temperatures are right around the mid-60s, 68 in Laville, 68 in Westmoreland, 63 for Cooperstown, 63 for Skenevis, 67 in Oneonta. As we take a look at the radar, clear and quiet for now, and that trend is looking to continue at least for the day today. So enjoy that first half of the weekend. We're looking nice and pleasant conditions outside. We'll see an increase of clouds throughout the day today ahead of those rain showers, and that wet weather is going to be staying with us throughout next week. And here's a look at your fish and game forecast for the day today. Conditions are looking to be mainly between good and fair, so go out and enjoy it. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest weather information, feel free to download our Storm Tracker 2 weather app. You can get through the App Store or on Google Play for customizable weather forecasts, weather alerts, maps, videos, and more. But for today, starting out mainly with sunny skies, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds coming in as we work our way into the afternoon and evening, those highs getting up into the low 80s, and we'll have a full look at that forecast and when we can see that rain coming up in a little bit. Chelsea?
We have a quick little programming note for you guys this morning. If you're watching us, you know that this morning's newscast is on CBS Utica, but it is not on NBC today because of golf coverage. The rest of today's newscasts will go on as normal. But for tomorrow, there will be no Sunday morning newscast, but all other newscasts will also go on as normal. We've got all of this information on our website at WKTV.com. Just after 9:30 last night, several fire crews were called to a home on Edic Road in Marcy. The fire was so bad, they wouldn't even let our camera crews down the road. Calls came in saying people had reported the fire coming from the roof. Several different crews have been called in for more manpower, and while our camera crews were there, the roof collapsed. According to our crews, the fire was under control. We're currently working on getting more information for you as it becomes available. And a fire that sent one firefighter to the hospital with heat exhaustion is under investigation. The Utica Fire Department was called to 922 Saratoga Street just after 3 o'clock this morning to find a heavy blaze in the back of a house. The fire extended to the second floor before being put out. The building was vacant and under renovation, and the cause of the fire is still under investigation. The man accused of murdering his older brother appeared in Yorkville Village Court yesterday. More details about what happened on Tuesday night between John Ferguson and his brother. News Channel 2's Jolene Ferris has more.
Yorkville murder suspect John Ferguson was only in Village Court a couple of minutes, long enough to waive his felony hearing, but also long enough for new details to be revealed about his brother's murder with which he is charged. 42-year-old Daryl Ferguson was stabbed in the chest, back, and stomach. He was pronounced dead 4:15 a.m. Tuesday. There is police body-worn camera video, most likely of them responding to 10 Jones Place after the men's mother called 911. Prosecutors also have the recorded 911 call. Now that John Ferguson waived his felony hearing, Assistant Oneida County District Attorney Todd Carville tells us what's next.
Now the matter is held over for grand jury presentation, and a grand jury will make a decision with respect to charges to whether or not to indict.
The victim's family and the suspect's family is one and the same. They were in court this morning, unclear whether in support of their son and brother the accused or their son and brother the victim or both. A torturous time for this family, no doubt delicate for prosecutors as well.
It's a very unique situation.
So now the DA's office has 45 days to put the case to a grand jury. The man accused of beating his girlfriend to death in Utica back in May accepted a plea deal in Oneida County Court. Brian Brzezinski pled guilty to first-degree manslaughter. He's expected to be sentenced to 22.5 years in state prison in exchange for that guilty plea. If he had not accepted the deal, he would have gone to trial for the murder of 49-year-old Sherry Saub. He's due back in court on September 10th for sentencing. After months of investigating, New Hartford police have charged a couple for larceny. The investigation starting back in February. According to New Hartford police, 34-year-old Timothy B. Millett and his girlfriend, 33-year-old Elizabeth G. Wins, stole items like laptops, credit cards, cash, a license plate, and a motor vehicle. All of these taken from several different locations in New Hartford and all throughout Oneida County. These incidents happened over a 2-week period, but now, after a long investigation, both have been arrested and charged, each with 3 counts of grand larceny in the 4th degree, along with some other charges as well. A Westchester County man is facing charges in Otsego County after he allegedly called 911 to make a report, but ended up being arrested for DWI. State police say 57-year-old Jeffrey Mellangrano was charged with felony DWI with a blood alcohol content level of 0.18. Mellangrano reportedly called 911 late Thursday night to make a report, and when troopers got there, they found him intoxicated and involved in an altercation at a home in Milford. He then drove to a different location in Milford, where he was then arrested in Hartwick. Mellangrano was sent to the Otsego County Jail. New York State defective license plates could get you pulled over and even get you a ticket. News Channel 2's Kirk Tupai tells us what you can do to fix the problem.
If you happen to have a license plate that's delaminating or peeling, you could get pulled over and given a ticket for it. The State Department of Corrections and Community Service produced a number of defective license plates that are peeling. Some are to the point where they're barely readable. Oneida County Clerk Sandy DePerno talked about the plates you should keep an eye on.
All of the blue and white ones, it seems like. Every one that I see, they're the ones that are having the problems. The gold and the blue that they have now, that they issue, are better. But everyone that I've seen who's returned a plate, in my own family even, yeah, it's been the blue and white ones.
DePerno noted that there were a few of the gold and blue plates that were also defective, so do keep an eye out for those. Now there is an easy fix for all defective plates. Just take your defective plates to the Department of Motor Vehicles and they'll issue you a new plate for free. But there is a charge if you do want to keep your current license plate number.
I would bring it in right away. Usually I have someone out here who goes through the line and asks people if they're returning plates so that you don't have to wait forever in line. Yeah, I would, and get the free plate.
If you do get a new license plate number, don't forget to notify your insurance company and E-ZPass provider. It may also be worth the time to periodically check the condition of your new plates.
So here's a plate from 1951, and as you can see, the paint's still good on it, front and back. Here's a more recent plate, and as you can see, they just don't make them like they used to. In Utica, I'm Kirk Tupai reporting for News Channel 2.
Right now it's 9:08, still ahead. If you're into 70s style furniture and maybe you had a crush on Marsha or Greg Brady when you were younger, I've got some good news for you. But first, here's Reed.
What year was the first Boonville Oneida County Fair? We'll have the answer to that and a look at your forecast next.
You're watching News Channel 2 Weekend Today. Listen to News Channel 2 at sunrise, noon, and the Live at 5 News Hour on Talk 100.7 FM. Talk Radio has moved to the FM dial on Talk 100.7 FM.
And this is a photo I took on Monday when I finally got to go to my weekend for the first time after a while, after filling in for Bill all last week. And I went to the Utica Zoo and got a tour from Andrea Heath, so thank you for that. And I snapped this photo of the monkey named Yoda, and a big Star Wars fan that I am, I had to take a picture of it because
Well, how perfect.
Really cool though. If you haven't been to the Utica Zoo and seen all the construction going on, she was telling me about their expansion projects, and they have a lot of cool stuff going on. So if you guys haven't ever been, like I never went, it was a really cool time. So
Awesome.
highly recommend it. And today's a perfect day for it because it's really nice outside for us, and that's not going to be the case for us tomorrow, but we can touch on that a little bit. We're going to start things off with a live look at a Aruba Collision Tower cam, and this is facing out. You see a little bit of a mix of sun and clouds for us. That's going to be expected for the day today, and that trend is we're going to see more clouds as we head our way into the evening, but currently outside we are at 69 degrees at Griffiths Airport. Dew point in the 50s, and we're looking at a little bit of a breeze to go with that too. So it's a nice start for the day today, and as we take a look out on Schuyler Street, not too much traffic going on just yet. Some of our sky watchers calling in. George in Glenmore, he is at 60, 58 from Kathy in Verona, and we have 61 from Mike in New Hartford, and heading on down into the Southern Valleys. Scott in Emerson at 64, 64 from Deb in Hartwick as well, 62 from Mark in Milford, and 67 from Stewart in Cooperstown. And our wind speed throughout the day today looking to stay below 15 miles an hour. So we have a little bit of a breeze to come in ahead of that rain that we are expecting for tomorrow. And our temperature trend for the day today, we're looking at another pleasant day for us. We are warming up once again into the low 80s by the time we get into the afternoon, evening. So it's a good one to go out. And our dew points are looking to stay right around the mid 50s. So we're going to be staying at comfortable conditions throughout the day. It's going to be a good one to go outside and enjoy. If you haven't had that chance to mow the lawn, here's your Warner Sales and Service mowcast for the next 3 days. Today is looking like the only day to really do that, as we are expecting those rain showers to come in late tonight, and we're looking at those showers staying with us for Sunday, and we're going to be seeing rain showers for a decent chunk of the week as well. In your algae report for the next 3 days as well, today we're looking at those pollen levels being at a medium, dropping down to lows for Sunday and Monday, and that is for grasses and plantain because of that rain. But if you are going out today, the UV index looking to be high and very high this afternoon, so make sure you are putting on that sunscreen if you are planning on being outside for more than an hour. So Skycast heading towards noon. We're already up towards the low to mid 70s, plenty of sunshine, a little bit of some clouds starting to come in as we work our way towards the evening. We're up towards around 80 degrees by 5 o'clock, or the upper 70s. Clouds increase as we work our way overnight, and then we'll start to see those rain showers coming into play. By the time we get to 7 a.m., we're already starting to see some scattered rain showers. But for today, we are looking at a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. Highs getting up into the low 80s, heading into night tonight. We're going to see those clouds sticking around, but we're going to see those rain showers coming in later on in the evening. Temperatures only dropping down into the 60s. And look at that 7-day forecast for us. We're looking at those temperatures staying consistently in the 80s, but it becomes more humid tomorrow. Those rain showers coming with that humidity and staying with us throughout the week. And we're looking at sunshine by the time we get to Friday. And Chelsea, what do you think? What was the year the first Boonville Oneida County Fair was?
Well, I happen to actually know this one because I am from Boonville, and I know that this year's fair is the 130th anniversary, so I'm going to go with B, 1888.
B is the correct answer, so
Yay.
Good job. 1 for 1 so far.
1 for 1 on the first time.
Good guess.
Thank you.
No, it wasn't guess. I know, you know.
Yeah, no, I kind of cheated on that one. I knew it a little bit, but all right. Well, Fun fact for you guys. So thank you, Reed. You're telling us basically that today is kind of the only day to get out there and enjoy it. So all right. Well, thank you. No. Now we're going to go to news around America. What's happening across the country? Hundreds of people gathered Friday near the site of the duck boat accident that killed 17 people in Branson, Missouri. The crowd sang Amazing Grace and lit candles to remember the victims. 29 passengers and 2 crew members were on board when the boat capsized on a table rock during a storm on a lake. The NTSB said Friday a preliminary report on the cause of the accident will be released in about a month, but a final report could take up to a year to be released. The tour boat is owned by Ripley Entertainment. The president of the company, Jim Pattinson, called the accident a devastating loss. And the White House has invited Russian President Vladimir Putin to visit Washington, D.C. And Russia's ambassador to the U.S. says Moscow is ready to discuss the possibility of the visit. The ambassador said it's ultimately up to the Kremlin to formally respond. He said that it's important to deal with the results of the leaders' summit before moving too fast ahead with another meeting. If the trip does happen, Putin will be visiting the White House sometime this fall. And here's a story of a lovely listing that is featuring your favorite family show, The Brady Bunch. If you loved watching the Bradys on your Saturday mornings as much as I did, then you're going to love this news. The house that served as the iconic exterior for the Brady family home is on the market in Southern California. The home in the opening and closing scenes of The Brady Bunch is in Los Angeles, and the asking price, nearly $1.9 million. Records show George and Violet McAllister bought the home in 1973 for $61,000. The real estate brokers say the home's interior still retains a 70s vibe right down to the vintage intercom. The home is attracting 30 to 50 fans a day, and they say the iconic home is part of so many childhood memories. Coming up next, Fort Ricky has some new residents, and if you're heading to Verona Beach this weekend, you'll want to prepare yourself because you won't be allowed to swim, but I'll explain after the break. Welcome back, everyone. For 32 years, Ilion has had its Ilion Days Doodah Parade, and last night was no exception. Otsego Street was lined with lawn chairs at 4:30 to reserve spots for the 6:30 start time. That's how popular this parade is. Ilion Police led the way, followed by the Ilion Fire Department. Mayor Brian Lamica was on the fire truck. And this year's Grand Marshal is Don Poley, senior, and he'll be 103 in August. People who come to the parade say this is the perfect way for the Mohawk Valley to come together.
It brings the community together, it gets families out, gets the kids out, an opportunity for kids to have candy and, celebrate what, Ilion's all about, which is, getting kids and their families and everybody out to have a good time.
If you're looking for something fun to do this weekend, the Ilion Days are going on through tomorrow. You can find a full list of events at our website, WKTV.com. Well, if you're heading to Verona Beach this weekend, listen up. Verona Beach staff are not letting people swim in the water because of algae blooms. People are allowed at the park, but just not in the water. There are signs posted throughout the beach area warning people not to swim. They also warn people of algae blooms. According to the New York State Department of Health, people and animals should avoid the blooms because the blue-green algae can cause health effects. A family from New Jersey tells us every time they come visit, there's always algae blooms.
We come at different times too to try and avoid it, but with our luck, I guess, it's always the algae season. Oh, we were disappointed because the kids were excited to go to the beach, so disappointing. But luckily there's other things to do, and they added the spray ground and the water slide, so they're still having a good time.
If you live in the area and use public water, there are no worries. The Department of Health says your water has been treated and monitored for drinking and household use. We have reached out to officials with Verona Beach, and we are waiting to hear back. Well, if you're near Sylvan Beach, you might want to head on over to the Deep Sea Celebration. Sylvan Beach Pirates Weekend will be expanding and getting even bigger this year. The weekend is filled with activities and events for everyone. Pirates Weekend will feature a pirate pub crawl, beach treasure hunt, live music, and more. There will also be a 5K run through the village of Sylvan Beach. The race will begin on Sunset Boulevard, and there will be free parking for participants.
Our community really is proud of how everyone came together to really make this a positive experience, and that's really what our goal is. It looks like the weather's going to be great, and we're just happy to host everyone.
Pirates Weekend will go through Sunday. And maybe pirates aren't your thing, but horses are? Yesterday was opening day at Saratoga, and hundreds of people waited in line for the gates to open yesterday morning. Doors opened just before 7 a.m. and fans rushed in to get the perfect picnic table ahead of the race. The two big races yesterday were the $150,000 races, the Schuylerville and the Lake George. The 80th running of the $500,000 Diana will take place today, and the 102nd running of the Coaching Club American Oaks tomorrow. If you're looking for something sweet to do today, maybe, You Pick blueberries are now available by appointment at a new farm in Clinton. Blueberry Hill Farms and Nursery in Clinton boast 4 varieties for picking, but 20 varieties of blueberry plants. The hours are listed right there on your screen. You can call or text the number on your screen to make an appointment to pick berries between those hours. The Fort Ricky Zoo has 2 new family members, and they are sure to steal your heart. They are 2 wolf pups. Fort Ricky says they are both males and are about 8 to 9 weeks old, and they got them from a farm in Illinois. Ohansy, the 14-year-old male wolf, died recently, so now they are starting over with the pups. They don't have names yet, but the zoo says they will see how their personalities are and let them grow into their names. The pups are ready and available to see. Still to come on Weekend Today, you can still have a chance at taking home that whopping almost $500 million Mega Millions jackpot. We'll have all of the details. Coming up after the break, we'll have more stories for you. Stay tuned. If you're just waking up, the time is 9:27, and here are your winning lottery numbers. First, the Midday Daily. 5.107. The midday wind 4, 5.597. And the evening daily, 8.53. The evening wind 4, 3.785. The take 5, 1, 16, 23, 29, 37. Well, now you know that you have another chance at the Mega Millions jackpot, which has now jumped to almost $500 million. If there is a winner in Tuesday night's drawing, it will be the 5th largest jackpot in Mega Millions history. So if you don't have anything else planned this weekend, you might want to go grab a couple of Mega Millions tickets. If you like movies and you like Walmart, listen up. The retail giant may soon have an on-demand video streaming service. They're working on a plan to launch a new subscription video service later this year. The service would be linked to Walmart's Vudu Digital Entertainment division. The new video subscription service would come after Walmart reportedly scrapped similar plans in early 2017. Today, Walmart is kicking off the back-to-school shopping season with free health screenings and services to kids and their families. The event is being held from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at more than 4,700 Walmart stores across the country. Pharmacists will be available to talk to parents one-on-one about health concerns and immunizations in preparation for the upcoming school year. Free vision screenings will also be available at some locations, and customers will also have access to blood glucose and blood pressure screenings. Walmart says it has provided more than 2 million free health screenings to people across the nation since its first Wellness Day event. And while there's still a lot of summer left, it might be time to start thinking about back-to-school shopping. Back-to-school spending is expected to be hotter than ever this year, and more consumers are shopping earlier for their kids. In fact, 77% plan to start shopping at least 3 weeks before school begins. The National Retail Federation finds that total spending for school and college combined is projected to reach nearly $83 billion this year. Families with children in elementary through high school say they'll spend an average of $684, while those heading off to college plan to spend an average of $942 each, an all-time high. Expenditures for clothing tops the list, followed by electronics, shoes, and school supplies. College shoppers will fork out the most money on electronics, followed by clothing and dorm room furnishings. Uber has announced that they will start offering a snack service to passengers. I'm a fan of that. They're teaming up with a startup called Cargo to install boxes full of products and cars. Passengers can purchase snacks, phone chargers, and more through a mobile app. The service is rolling out this week to Uber drivers in Los Angeles and San Francisco, with future expansion to other cities including New York, Atlanta, and Dallas, maybe even little old Utica eventually. And drivers receive $1 for every order plus 20% of the item's cost. Federal safety investigators are looking into complaints that engines on some Ford Escape vehicles can overheat and suddenly stall while being driven. The U.S. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration says it has 40 complaints from consumers about stalling, including 2 alleging that the engines caught fire. The investigation covers about 127,000 Escape small SUVs in the U.S. from the 2013 model year that have 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engines. Last year, Ford recalled more than 200,000 vehicles with the same size engines because they can overheat and catch fire. But the 2013 Escape was not included. Investigators will determine the cause of the engine stalling, how often the problem happens, which vehicles are affected, and whether a recall is warranted or not. Ford did not immediately return a message seeking comment. Coming up next, Alicia D'Addario is in with your Friday night sports wrap. Stay tuned. Welcome back, everyone. Here's News Channel 2's Alicia D'Addario with sports.
That's it for your AM Sports Report. I'm Alicia D'Addario. Have a great day, everyone.
Right now, the time is 9:38. Still ahead, we've got Associate Director of the Oneida County Fair, Brian Trainer, in studio to give us all of the details of this week's coming up festivities. And also, if today's your birthday or tomorrow's your birthday, make it a great one, including to my mom, Kelly Moore. Happy birthday, Mom.
The Cooperstown Camera is brought to you by the Lake House Restaurant in Richfield Springs.
Welcome back, everyone. This is a photo that I took actually a couple weeks ago. I've not had a lot of time with work lately to get out and do anything fun, but I took this a couple of weeks ago. My boyfriend and I went kayaking. It's a secret little spot of ours.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it's an undisclosed location, but it was definitely a beautiful day for it.
I mean, I can see why you won't share it, because it looks nice, and I can imagine the privacy on a nice view like that.
It's nice to just get away and escape.
Yeah,
definitely.
Looks fun.
You know, today it looks like it's going to be nice if you want to go kayaking today.
Yeah, today's a good day to go kayaking. Good day to just be outside in general and enjoy it. For the second half of the weekend, things are going to be looking a little bit more humid, and we're going to be looking at some rain showers in there as well. So with that, we'll take a look at our Cooper Collision Tower Cam. You can still see a mix of sun and clouds right now. That is going to be the case for the majority of the day today. We're going to see a little bit more clouds as we work away into the later part of the evening. A live look at our Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are clear and quiet at the moment. If we take a look at that. Maybe, okay. There we go. So yeah, we are clear and quiet on the radar. And now, as we take a look at some of these temperatures outside, we are already warming up quite a bit. We're at 65 in Big Moose, 74 in Laville, 70 degrees in Whitesboro, heading on down into the southern valleys. We have West Winfield at 65, Cooperstown at 69, and Skenevis coming in at 67 degrees. Humidity-wise for today, like we said before in the first half hour, we're looking at those dew points staying in the mid-50s, and it's going to be comfortable for us in your backyard forecast for the day today. It is going to be a good one to go outside if you have any outdoor chores that you need to get done. Today is the day to do it. Temperatures between 78 and 83 degrees. It is going to be a pleasant day for us, and we're going to see a little bit more clouds coming into the later part of the day. So look at your weekend forecast. For the most part, we are staying dry on Saturday. Sunday is when we are supposed to be seeing some showers. Looks like it flipped a little bit for us, but our dew point trend too is also going to be increasing. So we're looking cool for today. Things are going to be comfortable. We're going to start getting up to the 60s and 70s as we work our way into the week. It's going to feel a lot more tropical, and as those dew points make it start to feel muggy, humid, and oppressive outside. And with that, we always see that potential for rain showers. So we'll take a look at the radar and satellite over the last 6 hours. We're not looking at anything right now. We're starting to see a couple of clouds work their way into the area. That is in anticipation of these showers coming into play. And right now it is right around here by North Carolina and Virginia. That'll be up here by tonight, and we're going to start to see a couple of showers there. So we'll take a look at that skycast mainly for overnight tonight. We start to see some showers coming into play by 7 a.m. We're already seeing a couple of scattered showers, temperatures around the 60s at this point. Those showers staying with us throughout the day as well as we get to noon. We have a couple more heavier spots of rain falling, and once we get into the afternoon and evening, that's when we'll start to see some heavier rain and some thunderstorm potential for us as well. But for today, a gorgeous day for us here in central New York. Plenty of sunshine, a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day. We're looking at highs getting up into the low 80s for the night tonight. We're going to see some clouds working their way into the area, increasing a little bit more. We're looking at those lows dropping down only into the 60s. And as we take a look at that 7-day forecast, we're looking at rain showers after we get through the remainder of the day today. Rain showers for Sunday through Thursday. And like we said, that hot and humid conditions, we're looking at that potential for some thunderstorms and rain showers every afternoon from Monday through Thursday. We don't look to dry out really until Friday. So.
All right, so today is the day,
Take advantage of it and go enjoy it, people, yeah.
Definitely, and speaking of enjoying today, we've got some weekend events to preview for you. Happening today, the 32nd annual Alien Days are going on all weekend. Today there will be a craft fair and a dog show, a chicken barbecue, a pizza eating contest, that sounds fun, and lots of family fun activities for everyone. And also today from noon to 3, the Frankfort Hill Historical Society is hosting an open house to celebrate the restoration of 2 vintage maps. There will be tours of the one-room schoolhouse and refreshments. And the CNY Roller Derby is having a doubleheader today at the John F. Kennedy Arena in Rome. The doors open at 4 p.m. and tickets are $10 for adults, $5 for seniors, and kids 12 and under are free. And tomorrow, the Sylvan Beach Pirates Weekend continues with its annual Pirate 5K Rum Runner at 8 a.m. The cost to participate is $20 a person. Also tomorrow is the Ilion Elks annual golf tournament at Hidden Valley Golf Course in Whitesboro. Registration begins at 11 a.m. and the tournament supports the Citrons Military Rehab Program. And finally, tomorrow, the summer concert series in Old Forge continues on the lakefront at 7 p.m. with the Gwen Tracy Band. Everyone is welcome to the free concert, and you should bring a chair or a blanket. News Talk is coming up next. This morning, we have Oneida County Fair Associate Director Brian Trainer in studio to give us the lowdown on this year's hoedown. From the parade to the rides and the food to the nostalgia, we've got all of the details you need to know for some good old-fashioned fair fun. All right, welcome back everyone. It's time for News Talk. I've got with me here today Brian Trainer. He's the Associate Director of the Oneida County Fair. How you doing today, Brian?
I'm doing wonderful, actually. I just got off the air a little bit ago, had a nice trip down. I'm ready to talk about the fair.
All right, sounds good. I'm so excited to have him here today in studio. So Brian, this year's fair is special because it's the 130th anniversary, right, of the fair?
It is.
Can you kind of explain to us, you know, what does the fair mean for Oneida County and for Boonville as well?
Of course. Well, you see, many years ago, I can't give you an exact date, but I know for a fact there was a fair established for Oneida County outside of Boonville. And after a couple of failures, it kind of found its way to Boonville, but actually Boonville had its own fair established in 1888. Okay. So back that far, somewhere in the mid-40s, I think my dad said, he's a fair fanatic. He knows all about it. So he told me this before I came down. So somewhere after the mid-30s or mid-40s, the Boonville-Oneida County Fair officially became the Boonville-Oneida County Fair. And that's where it's been ever since. It used to be just the Boonville Fair. Now it is the Boonville-Oneida County Fair.
All right, perfect. So nice little collaboration there with Boonville and Oneida County. And you know, this year's fair theme is Country Pride Countywide, I believe. We've got up on your screen for you, you can see some fair information. The fair is starting this Tuesday, the 24th, and it will run through Sunday, the 29th. It's at the Boonville Fairgrounds on Route 294 in Boonville, of course. And gates open every day at 8 in the morning. And there's free shows all week. Can you tell us a little bit more about, you know, some of your promotions that you're doing this year and things like that? Go ahead.
Of course, Chelsea. Actually, you know, one of the big things that we're doing, this is kind of a brand new twist that we're doing this year. What we're doing is the Fair Board decided that we're going to get people to the fair by offering free state fair passes. And that is a one admission to the state fair. Now, it is $5 general admission, $3 for kids, for senior citizens, kids. 0 through 12 can get in for free. So put it this way, a lot of people like to go to the state fair to those free concerts in Chevy Court. You have to pay $10 to get in. But here you go to the Boonville-Oneida County Fair, you pay to get in, but then you get that free ticket to go out there, and you don't have to pay to get into the gate there when you get to the state fair in Syracuse. But here's the catch though. There's only a certain amount available. I'm not allowed to say what it is, but there's only a certain amount available. So if you want to cash in on these free state fair tickets, all you have to do is just buy a regular admission to the Boonville-Oneida County Fair, and that will get you a free state fair one-day admission pass.
All right, well, so it's a little bit of a game there. You guys better get out and go to the fair so you can get these other fair tickets and have a fun fair summer, I guess. So also the parade. It's always a big deal, the parade. It's this Tuesday night, right?
Yes, ma'am.
7 p.m.?
7 o'clock sharp. Usually what they do, they start somewhere behind the firehouse over towards the Catholic Church, and they make their way up Main Street. A lot of folks line right up there, and then they make their way to the fairgrounds, and we announce it right in front of the grandstand. And that usually fills right up. So that's always a big thing. There's a lot of fire departments that come in with that, a lot of local organizations, things like that. It's always a great time for fair, parade night. And that's going to be Tuesday, the 24th, right around 7 o'clock they start. Usually gets up to the grandstand by about 7:30, somewhere around there.
All right, perfect. So there's a lot going on this week for the Oneida County Fair. Ton of free events. There's this great ticket promotion. Get on out, have some fun with the entire family. It's this whole week. Gates open at 8 a.m. every day, and get out and enjoy, right?
Yes, ma'am. Really, there's a lot to do here at this fair. There's all kinds of certain nooks and crannies you can get into and check out a bunch of things once you get in there. So please don't miss out on it. It's going to be a great time. It starts Tuesday. Gates open at 8 o'clock daily in the morning, and it runs all the way through Sunday.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming, Brian.
Thank you so much. Here, wait, hang on. Before we go, I want to give you this right here.
Oh, well,
that's a free ticket to the state fair.
Look what I got, everybody. You should get out and get yours too. All right, coming up after the break, we'll have another look at your final forecast and check out this little cutie. We're going to have his story. Finally, in this morning's Weekend Extra, it's been a story that's been trending for over a week now, but it's just too cute to not share. And even if you have seen it, check out this precious little guy singing our country's national anthem. How adorable is that little guy? 3-year-old Drake Grillo won over the crowd at an Auburn Double Days game, and rightfully so, with his rendition of the national anthem. Drake had been practicing for a while before he made his Diamond debut, and he even told his mom that he wasn't nervous. And with those pipes, he shouldn't be. What an adorable and inspiring little boy. How cute was that, Reed?
That's pretty cute.
Isn't that adorable?
Yeah.
Do you think you could top it? I don't think so.
I mean, I used to do it, but I don't know if I can top a cute little 3-year-old.
Yeah,
like that, so.
I don't think anybody can beat him, but
No.
Good job, buddy.
Yeah.
Good job.
Great
So now how about a final look at your weather?
Today is the day to go outside and enjoy. We're looking at highs in the low 80s. Tomorrow we have rain in the forecast, and it's going to get a lot more humid from there.
All right, so get out and enjoy today, and, you know, tune in tonight at 6 and 11 with Callahan, and she'll have more updates. Thank you so much for watching, everyone.